What is albinism of the eye? What is its causes, its types, its treatments? It is very important subject. We explain about the albinism of the eye, causes, definition, and types, and also treatments. And symptoms, alternatives, its names, and the end treatments and its complications. Albinism in humans, from the Latin albus, white. It is a congenital disorder characterized by the complete or partial absence of pigment in the skin, hair, and eyes due to the absence of defect of tyrosinase copper containing the enzyme involved in the production of melanin. Melanin. What is the melanin? Also called the pigment, melanin is a substance that gives the skin and the hair its natural color. It also gives a color to iris of the eye, features, and skulls. Melanin is synthesized from the amino acid tyrosine. There are many types for the melanin. Eomelanin have black and brown color. Phenomelanin, the red and yellow, and neuromelanin, no obscure. What are the benefits of melanin? There are many types of benefits, many benefits for the melanin. Melanins provide a natural protection against the harmful effect of ultraviolet ray of the sun. Also, melanin is also a mechanism for absorbing heat from the sun. Melanin also important for the sharpness of vision. What is the characteristics of albinism? Little to no melanin, important pigment for in the eye. Vision problems. Eyes are usually blue or light brown. Skin and hair is very pale in color, more likely to sunburn, sensitivity to bright light. The blood in the retina and the iris reflect the red light, resulting in pink eyes. What are the symptoms of the eye? Individuals with the albinism often have pale blue eye and white eyelashes. Albino eyes will appear very red when a light is shone into them. What is the other symptoms? Other symptom is nystagmus, for example, strabismus, photophobia, decreased visual acuity, also functional blindness, abnormal development of the retina resulting in reduced vision. And another a very important symptom is the poor depth perception, legal blindness with less than 220 on 200, or complete blindness. What are the physical symptoms? White or very light skin, light hair, red eyes, vision problems. Less melanin make them easier to burn in the sun. What are the other names for albinism of the eye? Acromia, achromasia, achromatosis, hypopigmentation, ocular albinism. What is the prevalence of the albinism? Approximately 1 in 7,000 people have one of the types of albinism. In another research, about 80,000 people in the United States are affected. Prevalence 1 in 20,000 worldwide, or 1 in 10,000 in Ireland. Oculocutaneous albinism type 1 occurs in approximately 1 in 40,000 individuals in the most populations. What are the types of albinism? There are many types of albinism. In humans, there are two main types of albinism. Oculocutaneous, affecting the eye, skin, and hair. Ocular, affecting the eyes only. For example, in one chart, the types of albinism. Albinism divided to two types of principles: ocular albinism, oculocutaneous albinism. In many classifications, the oculocutaneous divided to four, and others subdivided in 7 or 8 classification. Here we explain about the causes. What is the causes of albinism? Albinism is caused by the mutation or an alternation of the genes that make the melanin pigment. Albinism inherited generating, as previously stated, it is autosomal receive, and some types of X-linked receive inheritance. Type number 1, ocular albinism. For example, many of their characteristics is eyes lack melanin pigment. Skin and hair appear normal or only slightly lighter. Accounts for 10 or 14% of all albinism cases. We see here eyes albinism and ocular albinism, and face and skin is normal, and hair is normal, but eyes is albino. Oculocutaneous albinism. There are many types. Oculocutaneous number 1, type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. Type 1, many characteristics of type 1, for example, white hair, very pale skin, light colored eyes. Type 2, for example, many characteristics of their minimal amount of melanin pigment. Let's serve skin, creamy white color, skin. Here may be light yellow, blonde or light brown. Oculocutaneous albinism type 3, many characteristics of this, for example, usually affected dark skin pupil, reddish brown skin, ginger or red hair, hazel or brown irises. Many types of them we see in these pictures. Oculocutaneous albinism type 4, many characteristics of its similar symptom to oculocutaneous number 2, light skin, yellow, blonde, or light brown hair, occurs frequently in the Japanese and Koreans population. For example, we see many pictures of them. Genotypes. Type 1, mutation on this gene, TYR gene. Type 2, mutation on oculocutaneous albinism number 2 gene. Type 3, mutation on the TYRP1 gene. Type 4, mutation on the SLC45A2 gene. All of these genes are involved in the production melanin. The problem is the production of melanin by tyrosine and other genes. Mortality or morbidity. Albinism is not associated with mortality, but in morbidity. the morbidity associated with albinism pertains to visual impairment, skin photosensitivity, and increased cutaneous cancer risk. Patients who have syndrome associated with the albinism may have hearing difficulties or abnormalities of blood clotting. Race, albinism affected all persons of races. Sex, both males and females can affect it. Age, all types of albinism are usually congenital. Problems of the albinism for eyes and for skins. Lack of skin pigmentation making more susceptible to sunburn and skin cancer. And blindness, another problem. And also social problems, a problem. Complications, what is the complications of the albinism? Light sensitivity, nystagmus, poor depth perception, photophobia, amblyopia, reduced visual acuity, low vision, strabismus or squint, which can sometimes be corrected by surgery, pale or low blue or gray eye, which are photophobic. Another complication, we see many of them, skin cancer, decreased vision, blindness, stereopsis or depth perception problems, as the eye do not work together. Depth perception stereopsis is absence. For definition, the blindness, the visual acuity, 220 on 400 is blindness. Low vision, 20 on 50. 220 on 200 is the low vision. And blindness, it is very important. Blindness, the risk is correction, 20 on 400 on 400 visual acuity with this correction is blind. Genetics of albinism. We see here a mother carrier and also father carrier. Their son and daughters. One daughter is affected, and one son and one daughter is carrier. If mother only carrier, one daughter is carrier, and one son is affected. In these pictures, we see the albinism line. For example, this, and also this, the blue, the pale blue. We see the reflects of the light, and also the iris in albinism. We see here the reflect of the retina. The retina is very pale blue. Foveal hypoplasia. This is, for example, a normal ibis fovea, but in a foveal hypoplasia, we see here a fovea normal in normal eye. Foveal hypoplasia, we was not here fovea or absent fovea in a hypoplasia or albinism. This is albinism fovea, absence fovea. This is a normal fovea. We see here fovea, but in this picture, absence of fovea. And also fundus hypopigmentation. There is differences between them. Typical fundus and fundus hypopigmentation, we see here there is differences between them. We don't see here cup. We see here cup. We don't see, for example, fovea. There is fovea, and there is many differences between them. And about the pigmented and albino optic disc or crust in pastry. there's differences between them. In a typical pace value, in many research, the 65% cross and 40% remain uncrossed. This year in the albino is crossed more than uncrossed. But in albinism, higher percentage of fiber cross, near to 95% cross, 5 uncrossed. In this picture, we see very transparent. We see here, this is the paceway, optic paceway in human, pigmented and normal. For example, uncrossed fibers is 45%, and crossed fibers is 55%. In albinism, uncrossed, for example, 10%, and crossed is 90%. There is differences, important differences and big differences between the paceway, optic paceway in a normal eye, this percent, and the albinism eye, this percent. There's the big differences between them. And also, we say to you a normal fovea in normal eye. Here, missing fovea or absence fovea. No, in normal eye, the light enter and transmission to media to connect the retina in this image, and in albinism eye, the rays come to all of the retina, all media, all in the environment of the media, of the retina. Yes, I say about this picture. Management and treatment. What is the management of treatments? There is no cure for albinism because albinism, a genetic disorder, treatment is limited. Treatment only reduce of symptoms. The skin and eyes must protected from the sun. Skin. The skin can be protected by the using sunscreen creams. Always wear special UV protective clothing to reduce sunburn, restore skin cancer, or lessen lesion that could lead to the cancer. Another treatments. Use from the eyeglasses is from the umbrella, and for decrease the sun and ultraviolet, use from these tools, especially using from the spectacle sunglasses, and umbrella is very important to the albinismic persons. Also use from the contact lenses, color contact lenses or cosmetic contact lenses, for decrease the entrance, the ray in the eye. Also use from the surgery to reduce nystagmus, to correct the strabismus, to correct the head posture, head tilting, and use from the bifocal, and use from the bioptic telescope in low visions albinismic eye. There are many types of bioptic spectacles, bioptic telescopes. In refractive errors, with hypermetropia, with emetropia, or with myopic. In hypermetropia, it is best correction, and over correction is important. In the myopic eye, under correction is very important, and use the convex lenses in albinismic eyes, in low visions, and use of the print books and special computers for their vision. surgery also associated with the segments I say too. And thank you to your watching in this presentation. I am very glad and very happy see you in these seminars. Good luck.